Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and hit miss. Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast. Home.
Live?
Oh, it's not live.
We talking to y'all in the future. Hi, y'all.
What's up, y'all? This is actually a recorded episode of the Post Podium Podcast. Listen to me just going through the rigmarole.
That's it. At least we know it's genuine.
All right. Here we are. Hi, we got to get going. No, I'm just playing.
I ain't high. Who are you talking about?
So can I say this? Home of the all truth, no sodium takes.
All truth. Definitely no sodium. Y'all might be sodium filled though after I get done with y'all today.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna be the one y'all don't like today. I know that.
Oh, snap. I'll take it. All right, listen. I am your co-host, Aramis.
I may as well say it while you still like, hey, he cool. 40 keys.
And I mean, I'm sure this is going to be a very interesting show. I'm very interested to hear what you got, bro, because you came ready, like everything that you were saying before the show, and so just I'm here to watch. What's up?
All right, first and foremost, the trade deadline's coming up, so I was hearing a lot of what I call outlandish trades, a lot of these things.
God, yes.
So first and foremost, let me just explain to you guys how the trade works for a team that's trading for people, okay?
I'm laughing because I think I know exactly where you're going with this.
I'm going to get technical first, and then we're going to go into these players that everybody's talking about. All right, stay with me now.
Stay with me now.
There we go. The signing bonus stays with the originating team. We know that part. Mm-hmm. So what that means is the prorated signing bonus counts as dead money for the team that's trading away the player.
Stay with me now.
The base salary is prorated. So what that means basically is you take the base salary of the player for that year, you divide it by 17, and then you multiply it by however many games are left in the season.
Stay with me now.
So the roster and workout bonuses transfer. So anybody that we accrue, we're going to have to pay their roster and workout bonuses.
Stay with me now.
Future years. The new team takes on a full base salary and bonuses for the future years. Originating team retains the signing bonus proration.
Stay with me now.
Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple of players that we've heard throughout the grapevine here.
Okay,
I think it was Alton. I'm not sure. Buda Baker. It was either Alton or Albert. One of the two. I can't remember which one it was. I was driving. Okay. So we're going to go through who he is, and what he could do for the team.
Gotcha. He's
a tone-setting safety. He's 5'10", 195 pounds, and 29 years old. His talking points for Buda Baker are elite pursuit, versatile inbox, deep, emotional leader. His scheme fit is deemed moderate. He thrives downhill, less ideal for disguise heavy zone. He's a culture match. He's vocal, accountable, and playoff tested. His cap hit for 2025 is $10.8 million. Now I'm going to go through the cap hit as it is in totality, and at the end I'm going to tell you what the Bills have to pay if they trade it for the player. Reek Woolen, he's a length-based cornerback, measured 6'4", 210 pounds, 26 years old. His traits: ball hawk, pressure disruptor, and elite speed. He doesn't have scheme fit though, because he's built for a cover 3, which is what we were playing, but now we're kind of going to man, but kind of going to whatever they're doing.
Stay with me now.
He struggles in zone match.
That's not good.
Not good. Culture match, they deem him as moderate because he's quiet and developmental. So he's coachable, but he doesn't really talk much. His cap hit in 2025 is $5.4 million. Cam Taylor-Britt, volatile press corner, measures 5'11", 200 pounds. I don't know why I'm doing this Obama thing on my hand. I'm like this cadence thing. It's weird. 26 years old. Traits: physical, aggressive, inconsistent, discipline. Scheme fit very low. He freelances too much for Buffalo structure. Freelances. What I would like to see.
That would not work.
That would not work at all. His culture match low. He got benched in Cincinnati. He has trust issues. That is damning.
Boy.
Cap hit about $4 million. So let's go into some more interesting people. Jalen Waddle and Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver 1 blueprint, measures 6 feet, 183, 25 pounds. Ooh, that sounds so good. Traits, elite separator. Sold. Yak creator, body control, scheme fit high, versatile, wins in all phases, culture match, moderate, wide receiver 1 expectations, digs echoes.
Wow.
So his cap hit for 2025, as I know you said on your show, was $7 million. Jalen Waddle, which I've heard some people say, the run after catch specialist, 5'10", 185, 26 years old, explosive, slot boundary flex. I don't want to hear anything else about slot.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Motion weapon, scheme fit is moderate, needs Miami style spacing, which we don't run. So, culture match, he's moderate. Co-star mentality, not a wide receiver 1. $8 million for 2025. Chris Olave, one of the ones I like, actually.
Okay.
Route technician, 6 feet, 187, 25 years old. Smooth separator, smooth operator. Deep threat pedigree. Scheme fit, moderate. Saints use them shallow yards per run dipped. You have a culture match of moderate. Finesse over physicality. Cap hit, $6.1 million. Rashid Shaheed, I've heard this all over the place. Rashid Shaheed.
Oh, yeah. That's my guy.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right.
Okay, cool.
We got 6 feet, 180, 27 years old. Traits, field flipper, splashy, play merchant, return ace, scheme fit, low. Boomer bust, not a chain mover. Culture match, moderate. He's a quiet role player. $4.4 million for 2025. Jacoby Myers, another one I've heard a lot of. He's hurt, but they don't care.
Nah.
Slot technician. $6'2". I'm going to do it anyway because you guys want to know. 6'2", 193, 28 years old. You know how I feel about that. He's getting up there. Reliable hands, red zone usage, low average depth of target. Scheme fit low, redundant with Shakir and Kincaid and Coleman when they use them right. Culture match is low. He's passive. He's not a tone setter. His cap hit in 2025 is $15 million.
15?
$15 million.
There's no way.
I think it's the last year's contract. They must have restructured or something.
Yeah.
So this is how it plays out if you wanted to sign these guys. Okay, so Budda Baker, he is a $7 million base salary. So if you trade him at the trade deadline, you're on the hook for $3.8 million. Reek Woolen, he has a $5.3 million base salary. He's on the hook for $2.9 million for any team that deals for him. Garrett Wilson, $1.2 million. He's on anybody that trades from him this year will be on the hook for $694,000. Jalen Waddle, $16 million. His proration, he's on the hook for $8.9 million if you trade for him.
Can I just say this?
Mm-hmm. You can say a lot.
The idea that the Bills can just go get any one of these players assumes a lot of confidence in the Bills' capability to dictate to another team what money they're going to keep and eat and the compensation that the Bills are going to be able to dictate the terms of. Like, this is not the way the NFL works. You can't just go to a team and say, give me that player and I'm going to give you the least amount of assets that I can give. And you're going to eat their entire, salary for this season so that it's easier on me.
Yeah, I titled this Outlandish Trade Thoughts.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's what it was. But these are the ones I've heard. Okay, so Chris Olave, the one I did like, $1.5 million, $833,000 if you trade him at the deadline. Rashid Shaheed, I have him on the hook for $2.3 million. Jacoby Myers, $5.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Taylor-Britt, 2 mil. Now, the one player that I do like, this is one I do like.
Okay.
I haven't heard this one said.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this one said. Okay. JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, the guard center at Oakland. He's on the outs in Oakland. You know why?
Why?
Because he was a Remington Award winner. You know what that is?
No.
The top center in the nation in college. Remington Award winner. Lauded as the best center coming out of college when he in 2024.
But they got him at guard.
They put him at guard. He told Pete Carroll, I play center. Pete Carroll said, no, you're a guard. He said, the hell I am.
Yep.
He said, the hell I am. I'm playing center. So he's on out. So let me tell you a little about Jackson Powers Johnson. 22 years old, drafted in the second round of the 2024 draft out of Oregon. 2023 a Remington Award winner, unanimous All-American. He's 6'3", 330. Has 33-inch arms, 9 7/8-inch hands. Broad jump of 104 inches. Zone mobility is an A by scouts. Anchor strength B+. Blitz ID is a C. He's late on stunts. He needs reps, which is fine. We can get that. We got Aaron Cromer. Combo timing, which is something that we have a lot of issues with David Edwards and Connor McGovern. A-. And finishing. He flashes nasty, inconsistent to sustain, but he's playing guard. Put him back where he's supposed to play. He's a B. The scheme fit, he fits in wide zones, movement-based run game. Cap hit, if you trade from a $667,000.
When's his rookie deal up?
He just got drafted 2 years ago, so his rookie deal last year. Second. So
okay, so he's got
27.
2 more years left. Yeah.
So you can buy low developmental starter with Remington pedigree.
And you're gonna need a center for next year.
You're gonna need a center or left guard.
Yeah. Well, he wants to play center.
You can put McGovern back over there.
Yeah, but
I don't like him there anyway. But I just want this guy.
Agree. Yeah,
I want this guy.
Yeah,
you can put SVPG over there. I don't care what you do. I love him, but I don't care if you got me this guy.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
You got because I wanted him in the draft.
Okay.
If you got me this guy, SVPG, we were cool
until JPJ came in the door.
Until he walked in one Bills drive.
Then it was just let yourself
Sorry, Tommy. Sorry, Tommy. That would be in our comments right now if we had them, but
right.
We'll do better next time.
This is recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded. We'll do better next time. We're talking to you in the future. Yeah. So let's see. I saw some taglines. He said he's built like a fridge with feet. He's got elite mass, average reach with zone burst. We run a zone. James Cook needs that
inside zone. Yeah,
330-pound center. Nasty.
I like it. Wait. I forgot about this.
Mm-hmm.
And this probably matters more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
What's his RAS score?
That's the Joe Marino thing.
Yeah,
I don't. I can look it up. I'll look it up. You know, I will look it up. Watch this.
Yeah,
I got you. Stall me out. I got you. I got you. JPJ's RAS score. It's got to be pretty good, though, honestly. Let me see. Because, I mean, at that size.
Yeah, if he's a second-round pick, it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, that size gives a lot of credence. That's why RAS scores to me is like, you can be a bum athlete if you're humongous and you're, like, average. It's weighted so heavily. Jackson Powers.
How tall is he?
6'4", 330.
Oh, yeah. He should be plenty athletic.
Mm.
Even if he's like a 8 or 9, like that's still for a center. That's still really good.
9.62.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's over. It's over. He's got to be because the Bills love super athletic linemen. That's it.
Okay, I actually got more. Why do I do that? He ran a 5.04, so he's just as fast as AJ Epinesa. He got 30 on the bench. You know how I like the bench for linemen.
Yeah.
Broad jump 9.2, which is good for 330. Vertical 330.5 for 330.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 10-yard split, 1.74. That's a defensive lineman split.
I have to say, I am sold.
Give me JPJ now. Do it, Bean. And the Buffalo's gonna be like, what the hell is this about? He want a wide receiver. We don't get separated. We don't watch JPJ cook. Watch him cook. Watch what Cook does with JPJ behind the grill.
So you're saying if you really want to fix the offense this year, move Connor McGovern back to guard and put JPJ at center?
Whatever you got to do at guard. If you put JPJ in the middle of that line, put him there. And you can put McGovern over there if you want.
So I guess the sell for JPJ would be, look, just come in right now. You'll start in place of Edwards at guard. And then next year McGovern's gone. You slide right over to center. You're the guy.
He'd be like, I'm thinking now. I'll be like, sold. All right.
Well, I mean, I just, again, I can't imagine the Buffalo Bills going to McGovern and saying, like, you've been the center, all season long and last season, and we're just going to scoot you out of the way for this guy.
I could, only because they're stymied in the contract dispute. He's a free agent next year, and they're like, you know what? You don't want to play ball with us? We're not paying you. Our numbers don't match. It's not fair for you and fair for us. So this, I'm having this.
But doesn't that fly in the face of this, we got to love each other and we're a team and I believe in the guys we have? Like, doesn't that kind of fly in the face of that if they go and bring him in and they take a starter that nobody's really talking about is struggling right now in McGovern?
This is the way I look at it. The one player that everybody said was a diva and wasn't going to sign. It was going to be gone and this and third. And he signed. He's your second best player on your team. And he signed. What legs do you have to stand on, Mr. McGovern? What leg do you have to stand on? We got this. We have cook. We got the cook in the kitchen. You want to hold out? We have this. JPJ, come on in. Take out the trash. I mean, when I remember I didn't know much about him until I watched the Senior Bowl practices. I nerd out on those things. The practices. I don't even watch the game. I know. The whole week. I have them on tape still.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Isn't the game supposed to reflect what you see in the practices?
I don't know. I don't watch it because because I like watching the reps, the one-on-one reps, the tandem reps, and they line up against different players that aren't supposed to be in that position, players that are supposed to be in that position. So the game is kind of neutered in the sense you can't blitz, you can't do this, you can't do that. So you don't see a lot of that stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm like, whatever. I watched 5 days of them practicing. I'm good. I know what with this guy. I mean, and all you heard was JPJ. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Let me look him up. Now, if you can find highlights of a center on YouTube, you cooking with grease. They have highlight reels of him on YouTube.
Wow.
A center.
Wow.
Who the hell is watching a center on YouTube? And I'm nerding out. I'm like, yo, I don't really know what. Okay, he kicks. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was a pancake right there. So I'm like, okay. This guy is good. Oh, he went to Oakland. Damn. Wait, he doesn't want to be there? Ooh. Oh, we have an offensive line that happens to need a center.
I think I've learned all too often now that all of the moves that we think are great moves that instantly improve. Yeah, I mean, and I hate kind of sitting on the couch with that and just kind of resting the finality of my thought on that particular point. But that's kind of the defense mechanism that my body has now to avoid depression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I could get super excited for something like that. Like, oh my God, we got this super athletic center that's gonna come in and make a difference on this team. And he was elite in college, and he was like the possibilities that opens up for this team. Now all of a sudden you quite possibly can be an elite running team with the entire right side of your line, not just your right guard and your right tackle, but your center guard and tackle combination there can move mountains. Yep. Imagine what Cook can do behind that line. And then, oh, by the way, go ahead and draft yourself a guard next year in the first or second round. Now all of a sudden your line is rivaling some of the best offensive lines in the top 5. Yeah, and miss me with the whole the Bills had a top 5 offensive line last season.
Yeah, they did, and they also had an offense, didn't they? Last year. Yes, yeah. See, last year was when everybody said, "See, I told you we're good without Diggs," and you weren't. But you went and got Amari Cooper, who played in 7 games, the equivalent.
Not even. I think he played in like 5 games, and he was here for like 10.
Yeah, he was hurt most of it, and a lot of it was a no-show. He had like 200 yards or something like that. So it's like, okay, you told us what? What did you tell us? You told us that we could survive without Diggs. You told us that Josh Allen can take over. Okay, I'm excited. Golfers clap. Now what? What happened this year when it's on film? What happened this year?
You know what though? It's not even. It's not even. We were better without Diggs, or we were fine without Diggs, because that's the part of this that really bugs the mess out of me is this whole mindset of we were better without Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
What was the outcome?
The same
exact thing, right? So that tells you Stephon Diggs was never the problem to begin with, because if the outcome had changed or worsened, well, then that tells you that Stephon Diggs was actually making an impact.
And let me, because I know you guys are lighting up this chat in the future with this. Not to say we got to the AFC champ. Who beat us?
Right.
I don't care what game it was on. Who beat us?
The same team that beat us with Diggs.
Yeah. So if not worse, at least equal. At least.
Yeah.
And that's only because Cook took over.
Yep.
Yo, MVP quarterback was like,
where am I going to go with the ball?
What is this crap?
Cook, take it, please.
Cook, do a handstand touchdown. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. So it's like, okay, we're doing semantics here because we don't like the guy as a person, I guess.
Right.
Because it's not him on the field. It can't be that.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You just don't like the person because he happens to exude a level of behavior that is unlike what you usually see here in the city of Buffalo. That's really what it comes down to.
I'm waiting on, and I don't subscribe to this, but I'm waiting for somebody to call Josh Allen a diva.
He should be called a diva, shouldn't he?
I would think so. By the definition of what he goes over there, snatches his helmet down, puts his hat on, sits there.
Doesn't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to nobody.
Right.
Nobody talks to him, even though they say we can talk to him.
Not only that, but the backup quarterback is whoever he wants it to be, not whoever's best for the team.
Right.
Because it damn sure ain't Miss Trubisky. not when plenty of other guys that are were out there to be had. Jameis Winston was out there. I would take Jameis Winston over Miss Trubisky any day.
What about Joe Milton?
Yeah, exactly. You could have traded for him.
You could have drafted him.
No, you could have traded for Trey Lance and developed him.
Yes, you could have.
Like, again, these are all options that were there to be had if it wasn't Josh Allen calling and saying, I like Shane Buechele, keep him.
Right. Yeah, like, what is that?
Like, I like Matt Barkley, who happened to be our backup quarterback for what, 3 years?
We don't even know because he was here. We didn't even know he was here.
Right. He was here basically before Miss Trubisky found Josh and they became friends. Right. It was Matt Barkley.
Practice squad or other. I don't know how many years he was here. But like I said, I'm not saying that he's a diva. I'm just saying if you're going to use that energy, bring that same energy to other people.
The criteria's got to be aligned with everybody else if you're going to have it for Diggs.
Right.
That's the main
Everybody going to eat. Everybody eats the criticism.
Right. That's right. That's a great point. So, all right. Where are we going next?
Okay, so we're gonna mesh into your point, but I want to. Okay, this is where disclaimer. It's 40 keys, baby. Remember 40 keys. You like me? Remember? We laugh, we joke, haha. I hate to do this to y'all, but I got to put this disclaimer out there. I just got to find it because I wrote it down. Okay. Well, I can't sell for this. Maybe. Do I care? Not at all. The way I see it, you can either be unbiased and objective, or you can be a yes man numbnut who wants to continue to peddle the Kool-Aid. I'm pretty sure all of them are gone by now. So the people that are still watching, welcome in. With that being said, anyone who's within the sound of my voice may not agree, but I know you will indulge me. So here we go.
Stay with me now.
As it stands right now, Joe Brady's a lame duck. Lame duck. Through 6 games, have we seen any originality?
Nope.
Have we seen any philosophy?
Nope.
Have we seen anybody being schemed open?
Nope.
People are calling for the bench of a second-round draft pick, and an absentee quarterback, MVP quarterback we're looking at. Where's Josh at? Is it his fault? Once again, not saying this, but stay with me now.
Stay with me now.
Where's the juice? Where's this exciting young offensive coordinator that everybody talked about?
Yeah.
Now, put it in perspective. Put this boy in the milk carton. There's more to come about him later. But more importantly than that, right now, I want to know what you're bitching about. What are you bitching about? Because I heard all over the pundits, all over the people calling in. Woo, you know whose ass we on? People that call into the pundits, people that are pundits, people that do podcasts and they're irresponsible. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking to right now. Forcing the ball to Keon Coleman. Are we serious right now? Are we serious? How many targets does he have this year? 35.
35 targets?
How many targets did Khalil Shakir have?
Less than that.
34. Now, I will go into this and tell you something here. Now, let me just pull that up. All right. Because I was on 10 when I started listening to people, I had to turn it off because I was like, I gotta talk about this here. I gotta talk about this. So he's getting forced the ball. He's got way more targets than he deserves, way more targets than anybody else. That's what they're saying. Irresponsible. Khalil Shakir has 34 targets. We won't do Dalton. Okay. Josh Palmer has 20 targets. Tyrell Shavers has 10 targets. Elijah Moore, 7. Is everybody eating? Don't sound like it. Don't sound like it to me at all. So where am I going from there? Why are they not mentioning Keon Coleman has the second highest success rate of any wide receiver not named Curtis Samuel? Does he even count?
Samuel?
Yeah, does he even count? And the second highest success rate for Keon Coleman behind Curtis Samuel for wide receivers. He has like 7 targets. That don't matter.
Right.
Khalil Shakir averages 4.2 catches a game. Keon Coleman averages 4. And yeah, I'm well aware. Okay, this is where I might lose some of y'all, but I promise you won't come back. I'm well aware because they've all said, get rid of Keon Coleman's Ravens game. We had 8 catches for 120 whatever yards.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you? Why don't we do this? If you take that away, he still averages just over 4 targets a game.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how everybody cherry picks on Keon, but they don't have that same energy for Josh. Because everybody's like, oh, Josh is having a decent year. He's on pace for 3,900 yards or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
How many yards did he have in week 1 against the Ravens? 394.
Yeah, it's like 400.
How many yards did he have on the season? 1,397. If you take that game out, he's barely got 1,000 yards for the season.
Yep. After 6 weeks?
After 6 weeks. So we'll say 5 weeks.
Yeah.
He barely has 1,000 yards on the season. You want to, okay, let's take it even further. You want to go ahead and take stuff out? Let's be cute with it. Let's just take those 2 interceptions from the Atlanta game. Why? What the hell? Why not 4? He only has 2 interceptions on the season. Mm-hmm. Since we're just extracting stuff, keep the same energy. Keon Coleman is averaging, he has like 3 drops on the season. 3 drops. This is the second highest completion percentage. Of his
catch percentage, you mean?
Catch percentage, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're really doing this here, why are we being so lazy? You see how lazy and dumb that sounds when you start pulling stuff out and doing this and that? Because you forget, you're leaving yourself exposed. 1 finger points at you, 3 finger points back at me. If I'm saying this guy's, you got to take this out, let's take it out for him too.
That's right. That's right.
Your MVP quarterback. Why won't you do it?
So this sounds like this is a response to, because I mean we've heard talk on the radio now too about, Coleman is the problem. You got to get him out of there. I mean, you hear a lot of people saying that now, that Coleman is the problem. He's got to get it. Marino's been one of the ones saying Coleman has got to get off the field. And I think the one thing that we've maintained for sure is you can't say he's the problem when you don't use him in the best possible way that you can. Right. And I think that's what we have to talk about now. I want to read a scouting report to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to tell me who this sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Voracious, competitive spirit, and vastly versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Motor rarely gives opponents a chance to catch their breath. Laser focused once the ball is snapped. No down gear into the teeth of the defense as a route runner.
Mm-hmm.
Low center of gravity for sudden route cuts and breaks. Creates throwing windows with leverage, footwork, and strength. Concentration to make wild circus catches. Relishes contact and can play through it. Absolute menace with the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Patient runner with vision and foot hovering over the gas pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that sound like to you?
Khalil Shakir.
That is Khalil Shakir.
Mm-hmm.
That is his scouting report from NFL.com.
Mm-hmm.
NFL.com. It sounds like they are talking about a number 1 receiver in the first round when you read these strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you go back and you watch tape on him at Boise, he ran everywhere on the field as a receiver, outside, inside, backfield, everything.
I got numbers for you. So if you're talking about non-slot shares, total targets, he had about 130 to. I compared Boise, his senior Boise, to his last year in Buffalo.
Yep.
He had 130 targets at Boise, at 100 targets in Buffalo. 40% of those targets were in Boise were outside of the slot. 35 in Buffalo. Yards for non-slot targets, 650 plus. Buffalo 400. Touchdowns non-slot 4. Buffalo 2. Yards per target 12.5 in the non-slot to our 11.5. Catch rate 70% to Buffalo 72%. Why are we not using them outside?
And to be clear, the outside numbers that you rattled off are mostly like bubble screen stuff on the outside, because they're not setting him up out there to run actual routes against these receivers to get yardage.
Not here, but guess what? This is where it gets better. At Boise, he ran 20% of his routes, crossers or over routes, 18% option choice routes. They say he's excellent in option choice routes.
Oh my God. The one thing that, guess who, Gabe Davis can't do.
Guess who used to like doing it in the Dayball scheme? Your MVP. Your MVP used to run those all the time. That's what made him him. Comebacks 15%, screens and bubbles 12%, slants 10, goals fades 8, jet touch passes 7%, double moves. Your sluggo. I just learned out what that was yesterday.
You didn't know that?
I've heard it. I didn't know what the hell a sluggo. I'm like, sluggo, because I remember I was at the Bills game. It was the Ravens game. I was at with Mac, and this guy in the back like, sluggo. I'm like, the hell's about to happen?
It's a mean route, man.
I mean, I was watching the college game. That's how I was watching the Colorado and whoever TCU game, and TCU won on a sluggo route, and I said, they drew it.
That's what it is.
Anyway, and miss hits. So yeah, hits, digs, and posts were about 5%. So this is what his route tree looks like in a real offense. So I go back to what I said earlier about Joe Brady. He's a lame duck. No philosophy, no scheme, no scheming anybody open. You have this on tape. You have this weapon here that you just re-signed, and we're saying, where's Shakir? He's underwhelming. No, you're underwhelming.
Yeah.
Not you guys, but if Joe Brady's watching, I'm just talking to you.
I do have to asterisk on that, the fact that there's a huge difference between Dayball's offense and the success that we saw with the receivers in that offense versus what we're seeing now.
Oh yeah.
And that asterisk is just simply nothing down on your point, but the asterisk is simply Sean McDermott's influence on the offense. Because I think it's clear now that there's a big difference between when Dayball was telling Sean McDermott, shut up and let me do this, and the last two offensive coordinators that we had that have now come in and said, whatever Sean wants, we'll make it work. Ken Dorsey did that, and Joe Brady has done that. And now we're in a position where since these coordinators have operated under that mindset, the offense has taken a nosedive in both creativity, in usage, and efficacy, right? And I mean like sustained efficacy. And you can say what you want about last year scoring the 30 points and all that kind of stuff. Really, all of that was just born from the sheer respect of Amari Cooper being on the team. Like, if he's on the field being used as a decoy and not even being targeted, teams still have to respect him because they knew, like, he's a name for a reason. Even at the age that he's at, he can still get it done. And he did. We saw him on a bunch of plays last year, still get it done. So there had to be a level of respect that opened things up. That's what the Jimmies and Joes can do for the X's and O's.
Tommy, you hear that? That's for you, Tommy. Never again.
But when it comes to what we're seeing on offense, I think Joe Brady has probably run into the worst opportunities from the standpoint of the coach he's working under, as opposed to some of these other offensive coordinators that have been able to just go in and do what they do. They take the quarterback, find out what he does best, and then do that. You know what I'm saying? I think the only other coach that we've seen now that has killed an offense is DeMeco Ryans. And the biggest difference between DeMeco Ryans and Sean McDermott is DeMeco Ryans, in the first 3 years of him being the head coach there, has produced an elite defense in the NFL. Sean McDermott has yet to do that. He's yet to produce a defense that made the Chiefs look super pedestrian in the playoffs.
I got stuff on McDermott too. Oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
I'm ready to get to that now because
I still got more on Keon, so we gotta keep going with Khalil.
So Shakir, I just want to run Shakir's numbers by you real quick here because we're looking at a catch percentage this season of 66%, which is up from last. I'm sorry, it's down from last year, right? Last year's catch percentage was
like
76, right? It's at 73.5 right now. We're looking at yards per game is down 10 yards. He was at 54.7 last year. It's at 44.7 this year.
Don't you love it?
Receptions per game is down from 5.1 to 4.2. The success rate is down from 53 to 52.9. It's not a major difference, but it's still a drop. The idea is to get better year over year. This was something that I was talking about yesterday, and I want your opinion on this too, because what we've seen now every single year is the Bills come into training camp and they operate with this mindset that every year it's a different team, and that completely eliminates the possibility of growth and development on the foundation that you built the previous year. How can you better yourself as a team if you're not focused on improving upon what you set as the foundation from the previous years, plural, right? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you can't. I mean, we talked about it numerous times where I've said, when I talked about the offense, last year, everybody eats. We were one piece away. Where is that piece? Why did you go away from it? With the defense, we were a couple pieces away. You decided to change the whole defense. You brought in Nielsen. I don't care what people say about Nielsen. Nielsen is not bad. He's just bad for what we're doing here. Nielsen would be a hell of a defensive coordinator, I'm sure. But what we're doing here is not conducive to what he likes to do. Right. So he's being neutered. But we brought him in and just tore down what was almost working last year. All we had to do was tighten up the run game. That's all we had to do. But instead, now we're going to start doing these exotic blitzes and these twists and these stunts and trying to play more man. And we're getting dusted because the only cornerbacks we have that are men are rookies, and one of them's on IR, one's just now coming off. So, in essence, you can't get better if you don't build on what you already have.
That's right. And
the Bills think that they can every time. And they say we're going to keep running it back, we're going to keep kicking at the door, but in actuality, you're not. That's the thing that bothers me about the messaging.
When's the last time you've heard of a receiver getting 100 targets and only coming up with 821 yards?
It's been a while.
That's unheard of. That's unheard of. If you target a receiver 100 times, let's get to this. Amon-Ra St. Brown last year, 141 targets. Okay, 141 targets. So Khalil Shakir got 100 targets and 76 catches for 821 yards.
821 yards, and that's just regular season or the whole season?
That's regular season.
Okay, and out of that, he had almost 600 yards of yak.
Correct. So a good majority of that is all his own work.
Right. He's a running back, basically.
Right. Last year, Amon-Ra St. Brown played in 17 games, 141 targets. He caught 115 of those targets for 1,263 yards and 12 touchdowns. Do you know how many touchdowns Khalil Shakir had last year?
6.
These two receivers are not different. These two receivers are not in different classes. If you use Khalil Shakir in the way that the Lions use Amon-Ra St. Brown, you will have yourself an Amon-Ra St. Brown just with a different name.
You got him.
You already have your number one receiver. You already have your dominant piece to build around, right? Kincaid can be your Sam Laporta. Now, what do you need after that? Because guess who their number 2 receiver on the field is right now?
Isn't it Tim something? Really?
Tim Patrick.
There we see. Look at me go. Tim Patrick. All right.
But let's answer this.
Yeah.
How elite is Tim Patrick?
He ain't no better than Keon Coleman. Use him right.
Thank you.
I know.
So Keon Coleman is actually not the issue when you think about how offenses are designed that are elite in the NFL.
No.
Keon Coleman can survive.
I know I'm beating a dead horse with this, but I went back in because everybody's talking about how everything is a back shoulder throw.
Mm-hmm.
People, do your research. It's not. I went down all 35 of his targets.
Ooh, okay.
So I broke it down. Back shoulder throw, leading. So basically, Josh put out in front of him. He caught it and turned it upfield, or tried to. On the numbers, basically, he put it right in the 0. Throwaway, obviously, that's self-explanatory. Screens, obviously. Go get it balls. I call go get it balls anything Keon has a jump for or reach outside of his frame for and make a play on.
Okay.
And tip touchdown, obviously, we know which one that is. That's the one that the one in the Ravens game. But back shoulder throws, he had 6 back shoulder attempts, 4 of them incomplete.
6 of the
35.
Okay.
4 incomplete.
That's crazy. 4
incomplete. Josh Allen
mostly because he's being held or
he's being pulled down. He's like,
right.
So, and it's bad placement. A couple of times he put it away. I'm like, you can't get that.
Josh is not throwing the fade pass for Josh Allen is not great.
It's not happening.
It needs to be back shoulder throw on a go route. That's
right.
what it needs to be.
Right. Yeah. So he led him on 2 passes, both received. One he caught and turned upfield for a 25-yard pickup. On the numbers, 10. Josh put right on the numbers. One of them was that fumble in what game was that? Was that the Jets game, maybe? I don't know, whoever that was.
Oh, no, that was the Patriots game.
Okay. On the numbers, 10 on the numbers. Thrown away. One that I knew, and we had 2 screens. One was a drop in the Ravens game. Go get it balls. Those are the ones where Keon took flight and showed his athleticism. 7 of them. He had 1 touchdown. Tip pass, obviously. The sinker interception was going to Keon. Keon won that route. Josh threw it late. And Sinker said, I'm going to get that ball. One was a hybrid, go get it, back shoulder. Couldn't figure out what it was. So I said, just both of them.
Okay.
Let's see. I had the one that he went and got it, and it got pushed out of bounds when he got to the top shelf and got pushed out of bounds in the back of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
The one catch in lateral, which obviously that's nothing. The Atlanta end zone target was an interception. And 14 of Keon's passes, you'll like this, 14 of 35 of his targets were deemed separation greater than 3 yards.
So the boy is separated.
He's getting, watch the tape. I'm going to lose my mind. Like, they literally almost had me. Like, half of the catches that Keon has, I'm like, he had him there, but he just threw it late. He was open there. He just threw it late. He was there. Watch. I'm going to tell you the filters. Keon Coleman, week, all. Go to passes. And I mean, go to receiving. Go to pass. Hit targets. It's going to say 35 up top. And watch all of them. Watch them all. And tell me how many times he got clamped up. Watch them all. Sideline view. Sideline view. And come back and tell me how many times he got clamped up. Don't let the pundits tell you this BS. I almost cursed.
I got the button ready.
Thank you. We have our number 2, maybe even number 3. If you got to go that far, we have them. But that takes me to another point, which I know you want to go somewhere else, but so I'll park on it for
No. Go ahead. Bro, do what you got to do. You cooking right now.
This is therapy. They say we don't have any man beaters. Guess what Khalil Shakir was considered in college?
A man beater.
Oh, really?
He beat plenty of men in college.
Many of men. You know who else is out there?
Who's that?
Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Considered a man beater. But they won't tell you that. They say we don't have anybody that can separate. We don't have anybody that can beat men. Guess what? Elijah Moore. Route running savant. Short area quickness. Yak threat.
Mm-hmm.
Resilient through chaos. His underrated traits are football IQ and hand and body control. He's small. Guess where he's supposed to play?
In the slot.
When are we gonna wake up and put Khalil Shakir outside?
Thank you.
When are we gonna wake up and do this?
Hey, and here's the crazy part.
Go ahead.
Elijah Moore has more reps outside than in the slot. for his career.
Mhm.
For his career. So guess what you could do with both of those guys? Move them around.
Yeah.
Guess what you can do with Keon Coleman? Move him inside, move him around. You can rotate all these guys. What the hell ever happened to all of our guys need to know all the wide receiver positions, because this is everybody eats, and we're going to run multiple plays out of the same formations, and everybody needs to be able to line up in different spots and know what each other's supposed to be doing. Whatever happened to that?
It was all lip service.
That's exactly what it was.
It was all lip service. I mean, if you look at everybody eats now, toggle. I'm gonna read this off to you. This is targets per game. I'm just gonna go wide receivers just to make it easy. We're not gonna do tight ends. If I say tight end, I didn't mean to. Targets: Khalil Shakir, 5.6. Keon Coleman, 5.8. Josh Palmer, 3. Elijah Moore, 1. Tyrell Savers, 1. Curtis Samuel, based on the fact he only played a couple games, 2. Am I missing anybody? No, that's it. Everybody's eating nothing. Our leading target getters are Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman at 5. You want to round it up? Round it up to 6.
Per game?
Per game.
Wow.
5. What's your MVP quarterback?
They're not. Basically, what that says is they're not really interested in winning with the pass
At all.
They want to win with the run. And here's the craziest part of all that. When you look at those numbers, you would think they don't really pass it that much. They still pass it more than they run it. So where the hell is the ball going in the pass game? To the ground, basically. No, I'm so serious. That's exactly what this means. When you take these numbers and you put it all into context and you realize the numbers still say they pass the ball more than they run it, but these receivers barely have any numbers to speak of. Where's the ball going? It's either going to the ground or to the other team.
Yeah, because you got Don Kincaid, who's at 5 targets as well. James Cook, 2, which may as well just go to the ground because you don't give him a chance to do anything with it.
Right.
He's averaging 14 yards a game, folks. Curtis Samuel, yeah, okay. So Dawson Knox, 2 targets a game. I missed that one. Whatever.
Bro,
yeah.
The last time that we saw Josh Allen play this bad was year 2 of Ken Dorsey's 12 formation against the Jets, where he threw 3 interceptions. Josh Allen cannot help himself emotionally. When he's hype, he's hype.
Right.
When he's mad, when he's mad, and it will show when he's frustrated, he's frustrated. It will show in the way he plays. He is playing frustrated right now. Yep. When he is not in the right mentality in terms of feeling comfortable in the offense, seeing what he wants to see, getting what he wants to get, this is how it looks. So don't sit here and say that Josh is just playing bad. It goes deeper than that.
Oh,
it goes so much deeper than that. And you have to acknowledge that every single time that Josh Allen that we've recorded Josh playing this bad, it's been because he's had a lack of options or he's playing in an offense that he's not comfortable in.
Agreed.
That's
I'm glad you said that because I don't want it to seem like I'm piling on Josh because I'm not. That's not. I'm just trying to illustrate here.
Yeah.
This ain't good.
Right. Something is broken.
Something really, and that's why I keep saying MVP quarterback. Not to say he didn't deserve it. That's not where I'm going. But I keep saying we're not playing with Trent Edwards.
Right.
We're not playing with Rob Johnson and Ty Collins. We're not playing with these guys. We're playing with the guy.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yep.
Somebody and this is the kick. This is where Dayball comes in. Somebody has to save Josh from himself because he doesn't have a mouthpiece, and I don't know how he feels if he actually likes what they're doing, which a lot of people say he doesn't. Now I don't know that, but I can tell you, even if he doesn't, he's not going to say anything.
No, not at all. No.
He's just going to sit there and take it.
Well, the thing is, Sean has gotten rid of everybody who would have said something.
Exactly.
There's nobody in the building that's coming to save Josh. It's literally either Josh saves the team or we have to hope that they lose.
Could you imagine Josh in New York with Dayball? You got Scatterboo, you got Tracy, you got Singletary, you got
Wandale Robinson.
Wandale, you got Neighbors. You got, I mean, Neighbors hurt now.
Theo
but
Johnson is looking like a good young tight end right now. I mean,
that would be everybody. He's like, I don't know who to throw the ball to. They're all open.
Right.
I apologize.
Right. And the crazy part is that's Dayball doing it with a rookie quarterback and like nobody at receiver.
Right now, nobody
at receiver, and he's beating up on the Denver Broncos defense like that. Like, they are still the number one defense in the league this year.
Yeah.
They're number one in sacks. They're number one in pressure rate. They're number one, like they are the number, and he's still allowed or made way for his rookie quarterback and his running back, for that matter, to go off on the Denver Broncos. Like, we don't need to sing the praises of Brian Daboll, but we can at the very least admit that this guy knows how to run offense as long as he's got a good quarterback there.
Mm-hmm. It just hurts. It hurts because you have people talking about people on the team like they're just utter trash, but you don't know what you're looking at. People are talking about separation, this separation, that, but what does that mean? I asked that a long time ago, and this has nothing. And for people that say, Keisha, you can't talk about the stats. Stats don't. Okay. What do your eyes see? Because my eyes see a wide receiver that belongs on the field. My eyes see a wide receiver that actually does decent on comebacks. That actually does run decent routes. I see this, but I see a quarterback that's not his first read or whatever. He doesn't trust it, and he just throws it late.
Mm-hmm.
When he throws it on time to the numbers, Coleman makes a play. We've seen it. And while he's not going to be your number one guy, he is one of your guys, and that's undisputable. You can't even dispute that.
Yep.
How can you? I'm just trying to find real fast what Khalil Shakir, if I can find it, even what his average depth of target was in college. The reason why I'm doing that is because I know he's only averaging six yards a target now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what I'm seeing. And whatever. I'll just eat that one for now, unless I can get in real fast.
I mean, all this information is coming from the future anyway. So
it is coming from future. You're right.
We have time.
We have time.
Plenty of time.
Brought to you by now.
Right, exactly.
Average depth of target for Khalil Shakir over his career at Boise. I do have it. 10. So we're talking about 4 yard. Yeah. 10. Average depth of target in college was 10. He's at 6 now.
The Bills would never. They have never. His best season was what? I need to go back to it now.
Shakir?
Yeah. I just had it.
I can get it.
Let's see.
Khalil Shakir, best season, average depth of target. Okay, so 9.8 in 2022, but he only had 20 targets, 10 receptions.
That's right. What was it last year?
Last year, do I have to tell you this? Are you sure you want to know? And I'm sorry, no. It's last year it was 5.5. This year is 5.1. He averages 6.6. So 6.6 is his career average. So this year is 5.1. Last year 5.5. It's just going down every year. 2022 9.8. 2023 8.9. 2024 when he became that guy 5.5.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So what are we saying here?
Earn everything you get on the field. We're not going to make it easy.
He's that fella. That's what we're saying. He's that fella. Case in point. I mean, that just made the point for me. So
he seems to be the only guy, aside from, hoping that Greg Rousseau is still able to improve. He seems to be the only guy that was worth paying.
Yep.
That they gave a contract to this offseason.
Yep. And I mean, I know I keep going back. I'm back and forth, but I had another thing where I broke down the way they're throwing the ball to Keon Coleman. Week one, he was
Daniel just said Cook. I forgot about that. My bad.
What?
My bad.
Cook?
Yeah, James Cook.
What happened?
The point about the guy being worth the contract that he was giving.
Let him cook. Yes, sir. Let him cook. Week one, Keon Coleman, heavy dig, heavy slant, heavy comeback, and fade and goes. He attacked Baltimore shell, his zone shell. Week two, sparse usage. Week four, post route introduced versus Saint. Post route introduced. Why? Week five, man beater package, slant, drag, fade goes, use of isolation versus the Patriots. Week six, bubble screens, curls, hitches.
This is Shakir.
No, this is Coleman.
Okay.
So the week that he the week he murdered it, they said, "No, we won't do it no more. We're not going to do stat packaging. We're going to do this other stuff you never had before." Shakira is easy. Shakira's just bubble screen. Short go. That's Shakira. Sit down. Wow. There you go.
I'll put it like this. The only other team that operates this way is the Chiefs. It's the only other team that operates from the standpoint of, we don't need to go into every game trying to get the ball to our best player. We can kind of work the offense, right? Now, the reason that they can do it and get away with that is because they already have multiple championships. And they've won championships both ways now. They've won championships getting the ball to Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce all the time. And then they won with spreading the ball around to guys like Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So when you show that you can just about win any old way, you can get away with, you know what, we're going to go get a bunch of fast guys that may not be names, and we'll just work out throughout the regular season. We'll work out, and we'll already know by playoff time who our playmakers are going to be that we need to get the ball to in key moments and key situations on, whatever, fourth and ones or whatever, right? That's why they can get away with that. But every other team in the league, aside from the Chiefs and the Bills, work from the place of who are our playmakers. Okay, get them the ball, right? And it's not just about getting the player the ball because it makes the player look good. We get the player the ball because it makes the franchise look good. Right. And it doesn't just make the franchise and the player look good. It makes the GM look good. It doesn't just make the GM and the franchise and the player look good. It makes the coach that's coaching the guy look good too. When you got a guy that turns into a star, it makes your franchise look good. See Josh Allen. So we're not sitting here from a diva standpoint trying to get the Bills to give the ball to Shakir because we just want Shakir to be a diva. We're not saying give Coleman a break and understand the context of the routes he's being asked to run and the actual passes that are being thrown to him and the timing of the passes being thrown to him because we want him to be a diva. We're not saying get the ball to Kincaid because that's your best separator right now that you're allowing to be on the field long enough to make an impact. We're saying all of this because it only makes the team more threatening. And it's not just threatening in the game. You have to show threatening on tape. Mm-hmm. That's how you get defenses to play honest. That's how you get coaches to respect and play certain coverages against certain players. That allows you to do so much more. If I'm not scared of anybody on your side of the field, I can blitz you every down, damn near, like the Falcons did. Yep. I can do all kind of weird stuff blitz-wise on defense, like the Patriots did. They ran a blitz and a twist all within a blitz, the same blitz on the right side of the field that Josh Allen sees when he drops back every single time. Yep. But you can do that when you ain't scared of nobody running routes. So let's ask the questions that matter. Why are they not afraid of us? We're proving to you now, it is not because these guys can't separate. I think what this really comes down to, and the point that this all kind of culminates to, is Sean McDermott, for the second coordinator in a row, is choking this offense out with his philosophy. Because that's really what it comes down to. The only difference between the coordinators that we've had after Dayball and Dayball is Dayball would tell Sean to shut the up and get out of my face, and we're gonna run what we're gonna run anyway. Why do you think Josh? This is an interesting point because they brought this up about the relationship between Jackson Dart and Brian Daboll, and Tyler Dunn was talking about this.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
He was talking about how the relationship between Jackson Dart and Brian Daboll is so tight right now And he talked about how different that was from the relationship between Brian Daboll and
Russ,
Daniel Jones.
oh, okay.
And what he said was, it's about the temperament of both people. It's about the personalities of both people. If that relationship is off, then you're going to see what you saw out of Daniel Jones and Brian Daboll.
Right.
They weren't getting along.
Right.
Daniel Jones was more of a buttoned up, timid, wanted to be the consummate professional, and Daboll wanted to scream in people's face and be dance before games, and you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. That's so it's when you hear that, it's like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense because Jackson Dart is the same exact way that Daboll is.
And Cam Scatterbo. I mean,
and Cam Scatterbo.
You think about it. You're never gonna forget the press conference where Daboll is there. You say, "Woo!" and he's like, "That's Scatterbo. Just let it happen." Right. I mean, nobody's gonna do that in a McDermott press conference.
Exactly.
Nobody would do. I mean, remember that time when Josh was giving a press and somebody was in the back. He's like, "Hey guys, press conference. Oh, sorry, Josh. What the hell? Remember that?" No. I was like, "Yeah, it happened. I think last year in the preseason." And it was after a train camp practice or whatever, and he was sitting at in front of the backdrop. And he was talking, they were practicing, they were goofing off. They might have been doing those little reels or whatever they do with the little bat, whatever they do. And he was like, and Josh was like, he's like, guys, no, press conference. They're like, oh, sorry. That's the culture. And this ain't no 38-year-old quarterback. This is a 27-year-old guy. Yeah. You're supposed to be amongst the muck. Yeah. Every time we turn around, we see them with the hot dog challenge, pause, press play, whatever. We see... I thought about it when I said that. Or you see that basket challenge, or whatever. You saw it at one time, Josh partake. How many times you see him in there and like really happy looking to be there? It's always like, I'm here just to be here. But that kind of rubs off. And people say, no, it doesn't. It does. Because even though I'm one of you guys, I'm awkward. I don't really feel like doing it. I'm doing it because I have to. And you can feel that, even if you really are having a ball. Yep. T tells you all the time. You don't want to do it though. How you know? I'm just not teeing up like you are. I'm cool outside, but I'm just not. I can't match your energy. Right. And she and look how she reads me. You're irritated. No, I'm not. But that's the same way this rubs off on 25-year-old men. There's a culture difference too. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's call it what it is. You got all these black guys. You got a white quarterback, and he's buttoned up to 7-3, and they out there doing all these dances. That he's doing handshakes. They're like, cool.
Right.
He got that. Yep. That's it. And that's fine. You don't need Fitzpatrick with the chest hair showing with the chain and putting on Justin Jefferson, right? Or whoever was it, Waddle or was it Tyree? Whoever's tracksuit he put on. You don't need that, but there's a middleman somewhere.
That's right.
And everybody's gonna say, "Key, why are you attacking Josh?" And you don't know how he really is. I don't care how he is behind the scenes. I know he is on the field. I know what I see. That's all I need. Right. I don't care what people say. You don't see what. I don't care about that no more because I see what it begets.
Right. And it's not even that it should be like we don't need to argue whether or not it's an attack on Josh, because if you're listening to what we're actually saying, it should be clear that what we're trying to tell you is Josh needs to be rescued. Mm-hmm. That this idea that Josh is just gonna somehow come around to speaking against his head coach or speaking up for himself and telling his coach what he wants with some kind of authority. That's not in his DNA. Mm-mm. That's not in his makeup. He's never going to be that unless somebody else, maybe his agent, says it for him or something like that. Like that's what it would probably take at this point.
Open the floodgates for the Haley talk.
Well,
his wife has said he's more than football and you need to retire now. He didn't say that.
No,
that's not what was said. Stop blowing stuff out of proportion.
But again, when you think about the way Josh is, and you match that up with how Daboll was, Daboll came in and was kind of like that fun uncle that Josh never had. Mm-hmm. And so Josh, and this is documented, this is in the Tyler Dunn report, whenever Josh had an issue with something that Sean was saying needed to be done on the offense, Josh would go to Daboll, and Daboll would be like, "No, I got this. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about what he said. Right. We ain't got it. Just let it go."
Like Josh, look at me. I'm the captain now. Look at my eyes. They here. It's you and me.
That's it. So when you see that kind of relationship, you begin to understand Josh's timidity And Dayball's aggressive nature to his kind of his swag, I guess, like that made it easy for Josh to just chill and be Josh, because I got this guy that's advocating for me and advocating for what I want. I don't have to say it. I can just be in my comfort zone.
Right.
But you lose a guy like that, and now what do you have?
Yeah.
You got the 3 interception game against the Jets, right? And then again, I'm gonna bring this up again because I think I said this yesterday, and I've said this like twice now in the last couple of weeks. What happens after Dorsey gets fired and Josh is able to sit down with Brady, right? The genesis of that relationship became, Josh, what do we need to do to get you playing right? And Josh says, I want to throw the damn ball down the field.
Right.
And Joe Brady goes, got you, say less. And then they start throwing the ball down the field. And what does Josh say? I feel like my self again.
And he's like, I say less, I got you. McDermott, Josh wants to throw the ball. Man, go to hell. All right, never mind. You can't throw it.
Right.
Snitch
This year. That's what it was this year.
Don't do that no more.
Right.
He's spoken. Don't do it. Nope.
Yep. And so where does that leave Josh? That leaves Josh with no advocate. That leaves Josh in a situation playing a style of football that he feels suffocated in. And you're going to see what you're going to see against the Patriots and the Falcons. Again, these are all the things that we're looking at and we're considering when we think about who's going to win and lose these games that the Bills are going to be playing the rest of the season. None of this has to do with how good Josh is. None of this has to do with how good any of the players on the team are.
Yep.
It all has to do with how much success this team can have in a philosophy and a system that is not designed to accent what they do best.
Yeah. And the thing about it, and this drove me to, I think it was your show yesterday. Somebody said, does McDermott actually even want to win a Super Bowl? I think that was asking you, I believe. Yeah. Yes, he wants. Yes, yes, he wants to win a Super Bowl.
Of course he does.
Now, why is that even a question? Think about it. Why would you put yourself through 20-hour film sessions, being away from your family all the time, sleeping in your office, coaching these men, cutting men, building character, tearing character apart if you don't win a Super Bowl? But this is the difference, okay? What he's doing right now is what he really thinks is going to get it done. He honestly believes it.
Yeah.
This is no tagline. He's like, I've seen it, even though you haven't. I've seen it. Now,
that's why I said no, to be clear, because yesterday I said no, he doesn't want to win, because his words were, we want to build a consistent competitor. We want to be competitive every year.
No, and I get that, and that's part of why I said it, because what is success to him? What is sustained?
There you go.
That's what is sustained success.
Yep.
When is success? Because he never defines when it's not successful. He just says we want to build sustained success.
Statistics.
And the statistics. That's what he wants, statistics. He never once said we want to win a Super Bowl. He said that's the goal to win a Super Bowl. He said we want to sustain success. When is success not success? That's what I want you to ask yourself. That's what I want you to ask. I want you to challenge yourself to listen for him to answer that, because he never will. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I had no time on my hands, but I digress. I still took time anyway.
Okay.
Where do you go to college?
Sean?
Yeah.
William and Mary.
William and Mary. What division is that? You don't even know, do you?
I think it's 3.
I don't know. 1 AA, maybe?
Might be 2.
But I looked at William and Mary. You know what they say? By virtue of school prestige, they've never had elite talent, but sure have good players, maybe even great players at that level. At that level.
William and Mary?
William and Mary. At that level. But let's face it, they never had a blue chipper. During his playing career, William and Mary saw this. He played from 93 to 97. 1993, they went 9-3. 94, they went 8-3. 95, they went 7-4. He started 96, 97. 96, they went 10-3. 97, they went 7-4. You know what I found also on their tagline?
Oh, they're Division 1.
Division 1 AA or FCS?
Yeah,
okay.
FCS.
So they're the champ, they're the subdivision. Okay.
Yeah.
So William and Mary's legacy is especially strong in producing disciplined, high IQ players and coaches. Let that sink in. They pride themselves on producing high IQ. Who does that sound like? McDermott. He was a winning player in college. I've seen sustained success in college by high IQ, discipline, and guess what else I looked up? I looked up who he played with. Obviously, he played with Omar Epps. I mean, Mike Tomlin.
My bad.
But the only player he's ever lined up that was a star, like an NFL level star, want to guess? Darren Sharper. Darren Sharper is the only player he's ever played with that actually was a star.
How long ago was that, bro?
Long time ago.
That was forever ago.
Yeah. And but see, that's the thing. Like, he's going based on the only thing he knows, and he thinks it's gonna work. Don't care. It's tried and true. They ingrained this culture in class, in the cafeteria, in his dormitory. I mean, they
never mind math class. We ain't talking about no algebra right now.
We're talking about high IQ and discipline. So I'm sitting here. Okay, let me look further. Who was he coached? He was around Asante Samuel, the dad. Trent Cole. These are Pro Bowlers. Luke Kuechly, Kyle Williams, Tremaine Edmonds, and Trey White. Those are only Pro Bowlers he coached.
Dion. I'm sorry, not Dion.
No.
Brian Dawkins too. Philly, his first year.
I didn't use that one. I didn't use his first one because that was like a holdover, and Dawkins was already good. So
that's true.
Yeah, I was like true. People that
that's a great point. You're right. You're right.
So all pros: Trent Cole, second team.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Michael, second team. Luke Kuechly, first team.
Mm-hmm.
Micah Hyde, second team. Trey White, first and second team. Jordan Poyer, first team. Matt Milano, first team. But guess what? None of those defensive players in Buffalo, he actually got him to be an all-pro. That was under Frazier.
Ooh.
The ones he coached, him personally in Buffalo?
Without Frazier.
Taron Johnson in 2023, all second team. 2024. Second team all-pro.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, listen.
I mean, if you took away I'm gonna extract more data from this to make my point, just because we can do that these days.
Come on with it.
If you take away his Super Bowl 15-1 season, where he had like every all-pro bowler known to man, you don't have much. You don't have much at all with this guy. He had Kurt Coleman was an all-pro player. Mm-hmm. Kurt Coleman.
Yep.
Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, Josh Norman, Quan Short.
Yep.
I mean,
what's the name? Who else? Coney Ely was just drafted that year too.
Coney Ely was drafted that year. He didn't make any all pros yet. Trey White and Luke Kuechly were defensive player of the year. Obviously Kuechly was number one, and Trey White was his runner up in his year. But outside of that, you really just instilling discipline and IQ. Great.
That's it.
Great.
That's it. And that. So to be clear, that is one more stone to kind of add on the tombstone of it wasn't Sean that broke the drought. This is why. Like everything I talked about yesterday, everything that you just laid out here, more ammo, more evidence as to why we say it wasn't Sean that broke the drought. Like you cannot look at this head coach like how you've been looking at this head coach. Like it's like he's been the reason that we've had the success that we've had.
Right.
Ridiculous, because the second they allowed Josh Allen to become the starter is the moment we started having actual success. He is 17. What is it? He was 15-17 as a head coach without Josh Allen. Rex Ryan in his 2 years was 15-17, and we fired him. Think about that for a minute. Like we made it to the playoffs not because of Sean. We made it to the playoffs because of Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to just settle and talk about that for a second. What happened? What happens? Matter of fact, this is the question that solves that entire conversation. What would have happened if Tyler Boyd had not scored on that pass from Andy Dalton?
Would have been fishing.
The Bills don't don't make the playoffs.
I can even go further. This is further proof. What happened after our game? What did they show?
They showed us in the locker room
watching that game.
Exactly. We did enough to depend on another team to unlock the door for us and let us in.
And further proof, what do we do the next season? We cheered for the man when he came to Buffalo for the preseason game.
Exactly.
We donated to his charity.
Yep.
Thank you, Andy Dalton. So now we just forgot about it?
Sure did. Sure did. He was one of the most beloved non-Bills ever. Ever, bro.
2018?
We might still cheer for him in Carolina when we see this game on Sunday. They might still show him some love because he's the guy that got us into the playoffs.
He'll get a standing ovation. He's going to stop the game.
Right. How long ago was that? 7 years ago, they still cheering?
I'm not even a full-time quarterback here. They know who I am.
They know I'm a backup, right? They know I only got 13 attempts this season, right?
Oh man. But but they forget real fast, when an arrow doesn't fit.
Yeah. Only thing I got left is getting into this game. So
we probably should do that.
All right. I'm cool
we probably should do that, yeah.
All right. So what I thought was interesting going into this game is the conversation surrounded around the Bills are going to tweak things and they're going to get back on track with a win here. And they heard about the Bryce Young injury and they say, oh, well, that it's a guaranteed win now. You're going against old Andy Dalton. Let me run some numbers by you. Okay. Let me pull these numbers up here. All right. Bryce Young has started in 7 games. Okay. Bryce Young's bad throw percentage is 19.5.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton, 15.4.
That's this year, or
that's this year.
So that means, he has less of a margin for error because he threw a lot less passes.
Well, yeah, for sure,
and that's why that percentage is high. I mean, not high. It's good because you make one more bet. That's gonna extrapolate to what 6 or 7%.
Exactly. And Andy Dalton has only had 13 attempts this season.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't lying when I said that number, right? When you look at the where is it? Okay, here we go. Completed air yards per completion. Bryce Young is at 4.5. Andy Dalton, 8.8. He knows how to push the ball down the field.
Mm-hmm.
He's not afraid to throw the ball over the middle, which is usually where young quarterbacks struggle to get the ball out to. And we do see Bryce Young throwing more attempts outside than inside right now. Even right now, right? Which leaves me with this last stat of intended air yards per pass attempt or average depth of target.
Mm-hmm.
For Bryce Young, 6.5. For Andy Dalton, 11.7. If you think that Andy Dalton is not going to find holes in this defense when he's seen more defenses than Bryce Young can even speak of right now, more defensive styles, more coverage styles than Bryce Young could even imagine right now. If you think Andy Dalton isn't going to pick this defense apart with the veteran savvy that he has and his accuracy, it's not going to be an easier game. If anything, it's going to be a much harder game now, because with Bryce Young, you knew you get a little pressure on him, that ball is going to go outside, it could get picked off, or it's going into the ground. Those are your only 3 options. He ain't throwing over the middle. The tight end there is being choked out by this by the quarterback, basically.
Yeah.
Right? The other part of this is the run game. Okay? You're talking about in the last 3 games,
mm-hmm.
right? Now Rico Dowdle has played in 7 games. He only started 2. All right. His rushing yards after contact is 2.6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
2.6. Chuba Hubbard, who's just coming back off an injury, 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and True McDermott fashion, they benched Dowdle to put Hubbard back in, and Dowdle had a hot hand. That sounds familiar. Panthers. I mean, I'm telling you, you can't go far.
Yards before contact per rush, 3.
Oh, he ain't getting touched. He ain't getting touched.
3. He's gaining 3 yards before he gets touched.
Compared to James Cook, who's getting 1.4 or something like that.
You're talking about exactly. You're talking about a guaranteed 5.6 yards per rush average right now. If they run the ball twice, it's a first down based off the averages. And this is what the Bills think they're going to be able to just shut down.
You didn't see it.
I'm sorry, Bills fans.
You didn't see it. I almost threw your computer by mistake. I'm looking at the lineup, right?
Okay.
And they have our defensive line: Joey Bosa, Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, and Ogunjobi starting. I was like, I mean, that can't be right. But I was like, what? We just gonna get rid of the mountain man over there? If we don't relegate him to the big man, get out of here.
The rookie was doing great.
Too much.
But you're done now, son.
Your service is no longer needed.
Right. We got the guy that can't barely play anymore, but he's gonna come in here and be the one thing that we have denied needing. Ogunjobi is gonna come in here and solve the one problem that we have refused to address, hopefully, in the last 7 to 8 years of running this franchise. And then Ogunjobi is just going to be the answer in the run game. Yeah. Ogunjobi is going to be the reason that the Carolina Panthers cannot go for 5.6 yards per carry.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm sorry, but now mind you, Chuba Hubbard, he's got, let me see. He's got 67 attempts, right? Rico Dowdle's got 98. For Chuba Hubbard, his yards before contact, 1.7. So even and again, he's been hurt. He's been hurt. So with their best shot, Rico Dowdle, they're getting 5.6. With their worst shot, they're getting 3.7 yards per carry guaranteed.
Yeah, still a first down.
Right. You run it 3 times, that's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So the expectations that fans get tricked into because of rhetoric of local media, content creators that are on the rah-rah side of things and want to continue to try and, tell you that there's reason for hope, there's reason to continue believing. We're not sitting here saying don't have hope, but what we're saying is have hope where there's reason to have hope, right? What we have hope for is the development of the player supersedes the restrictions of the philosophy and the system. That's where our hope is. We hope that Josh Allen eventually something up in his head clicks and he decides to stand up and do exactly what Joe Burrow did and demand some real change. Pay some guys. Get some real dogs in this house. Right? Those are the things that we have hope for. And it's bleak on both sides. Right? It's bleak whether we want to hope for development of the players or whether we want to be on your side and hope that the Bills can somehow turn this around. It's bleak on both sides. There's no side of this where the sky is brighter and the juice is sweeter. None of that is going on right now. We're on a 2-game skid going into Carolina against a team that we are underestimating right now. Did you see that the number the over-under is like 7.6 right now?
Oh, yeah, I saw 7, yeah.
It's 7.6. They're giving the Bills 7.6 right now. Like, why? Based on what? Record?
I guess no. I think they're factoring in. Well, they could be factoring a bye week. I don't know, but that's almost what is that 9? Then they say it's like when they give the home team like 2 or 3 points off.
Yeah, the home team usually gets 2.
So they got us beating them by like 10. Just off the record. I mean, could it happen? Sure. I mean, am I sitting here saying it's over, folks? Pack it in. I think we're gonna win. I do.
Yeah,
but
I think we should win.
Absolutely.
We better win.
I'll be sitting here Monday crying.
Yo,
live. Live.
Wait. You have to tell us why you would be crying.
If I got to come in here after a loss to Carolina, the Buffalo Bills of the South, with our coach and Brandon Beane, and they tell us it's on me. They tell us I gotta do better. Josh Allen stands there looking at the press like he wants to fight somebody, but he knows he won't because he doesn't have it in him. If I gotta watch this all over again, I am going to be in here unconsolable on Monday. I will have tears in my eyes, probably have a beer next to me. This will be a mad, uncharacteristic show. Now, as you watch this, just know we're taping this on a Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. I have a bunch of days to recant this. I will not. If we lose on Sunday in Carolina to Andy Dalton, who was 1-1 against the Bills all time, who we clap for in our stands because he delivered us a playoff berth. I am unconsolable right now. I am. I can't believe what I'm even saying.
Bro, you know they will. You know they will. Andy Dalton, all the good vibes, all the love, all this. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that the one thing that has become so mystified, so sought after, so rare in the world, love. Isn't it funny that the divorce rate is over 50% right now? It's almost 60%. Right? People can't buy love right now.
We're tired of each other.
Right. People can't buy love right now. But the whole foundation of this iteration of the Buffalo Bills under Sean McDermott is built. It is founded on this idea of loving each other in the locker room. These guys really love each other. Yeah. These guys, they love each other so much they'll go all out for each other. You know who they've not said that about? You know who you've never heard a player say that they will go all out and die for?
There's a couple playoff teams I can think of.
Sean McDermott is never been named as one.
You talking about playoff? Yeah. I'll die for that coach.
Yeah.
Deion Dungis will when he has a shirt on.
Maybe.
When the shirt's on.
Right.
When the shirt's off, not happening.
He'll say it with a little stutter too, somewhere in there.
Right. He'll have a little cadence to him, like he's reading it. I would always die for Sean McDermott. DJ Vlad, man.
That's right.
I don't even really care, honestly. I'm just trying to get this paycheck, get this snow going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm drifting. I'm good.
That's it. But then you hear quite possibly the best tackle in the NFL, the best young tackle in the NFL right now, say that he would die. He would lay his life down on the field for Mr. Morgan over there, the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Morgan is getting that out of one of the best players in the NFL.
Yeah, Sewell?
Penei Sewell.
Yep.
Right? Like this was just said earlier this week. I just heard about it yesterday. He said he would die for Dan Morgan.
He knows Dan Morgan would die for him.
Right. Right. Dan Morgan would crash 2 beer cans on his head and run into traffic for these players. And he would punch a car straight in the face for these players. That's what Dan Morgan would do.
Yes, he would.
But meanwhile, Sean McDermott is building this whole locker room based off of just rub each other's back, guys.
Right.
Don't you love each other? Let's share our worst fears and our hopes and dreams.
He's probably mad they couldn't do it because of Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah.
Man, those motherfuckers came in here and messed up my Kumbaya session.
Exactly.
This is bull. Never again.
Exactly. The 1 year that they can't do the Kumbaya stuff, and now that the locker room is suffering. Look at it now. We can't win games.
Right. Players are mad. Like everybody somehow how frustrated players look at us. They're like,
It's stupid. Bro.
It is. They didn't have that Aaron Rodgers sound retreat that he went on.
Right. They had no ayahuasca in the back. they got rid of it last season. It's unbelievable though. But that's how funny this all like it for as much joking as we just did.
Yeah.
That's how ridiculous all this sounds when you say it out loud. When you really say this out loud and you hear the players talk about, it's a locker room like no other, and the fans really love this team. Where's the part in how these players are talking up the franchise where they're talking about the elite coaching that you can get here? You don't hear guys coming here from some other team saying, I just wanted to play under Sean McDermott.
Right.
Like they say, I came here to play with Josh.
Yeah. And, people like Bosa who are accustomed to being a good team that keeps losing is going to say, yeah, I love it. It's different here. Of course it's different here. We actually win sometimes.
That's right. You got a quarterback that can win you some games.
Right. He's like, we got a run game, a quarterback. Hey, I got Rousseau over there. Wow, this is nice. It's decent.
Right. We actually have a winning record.
This is decent.
What is going on?
Our quarterback is upright, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, exactly. And they're falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They got injuries too.
Mm-hmm.
They got injuries too.
Yeah, they do.
But Herbert is not Josh Allen.
Right.
That's the difference. Right? You got a head coach out in LA that is trying to teach these guys how to win. We know that Jim Harbaugh knows how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did he get a team of the 49ers who had been trash for years, he got them to a Super Bowl with a quarterback that nobody thought would ever be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then you got
no, not Mr. Irrelevant. I'm talking about Colin Kaepernick. Jim Harbaugh
that was Shanahan with Purdy.
Shanahan did it with
Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Yeah. But again, Jim Harbaugh did it with Colin Kaepernick, getting them to a Super and they should have won that game.
Yeah.
they literally lost on the last play of the game because they couldn't score a touchdown at the one. That's how they ended up losing. They should have won that game. And then Harbaugh goes and wins a national championship with Michigan. So we know he's the dude. And what happens when he comes and works with this franchise? Instant difference.
Yeah. Johnson knows how to catch the ball. Like, wow, this dude, he's a receiver?
He's
his arms don't stop at the wrist?
He's actually good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. The defense is actually elite. The defense can actually stop teams like the Chargers. beat the Chargers in week 1. Or I'm sorry, beat the Chiefs in week 1. Like that. So again, when you think about the attraction of the Chargers right now, it's they got a quarterback, but the quarterback ain't Josh.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going there because I know Jim Harbaugh knows how to win. I'm going there because if Jim Harbaugh is able to get the players that he needs, I know we're gonna go to a Super Bowl. He did it with San Fran, right? Who's looking at Sean like he did it with whoever? Who did he do it with?
Yeah, I mean, his claim to fame would be defense, and we see where that is.
Exactly.
I mean,
without Frazier, it is trash.
It's trash. It's trash. You can blame Babbage, but guess what? Like I said earlier, point one finger, 3 fingers pointing back at yourself.
That's it.
McDermott is your defense. Frazier ran his version of your defense. When you didn't like his version of your defense, you took the play calls and lost it to 13-second game. You lost to Cincinnati. You lost to these other games because you said, I don't like that. Let people do what they do. And that's the indictment on this guy. Let people do what they do.
Yep. There excuse me, there is little desire for Sean McDermott to attempt to win any other way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you accept that, it becomes so much clearer that this is first and foremost overconfidence in your own mind. You believe so heavily in the way you think a Super Bowl should be won. Because I think that's what this really comes down to. I don't even think Sean is thinking about how he can win a Super Bowl. I think he's thinking about how he thinks a Super Bowl should be won.
Absolutely. Go back to what I said about William and Mary. Discipline.
That's right.
High IQ. Wins every time.
And right. And what he's trying to do at this point seems more like he's just trying to prove a point to the entire NFL than trying to go all out to win a championship. The idea that Von Miller was supposed to be the one and only solution that got us over the hump when our offensive line was bad, when we still didn't have when we still didn't have a CB2. Like, as much as you want to respect Levi Wallace was just as guilty as any of the coaching staff for that 13 seconds game. I don't care what the coaches tell you. What you see on the field matters the most. How you react to what you see on the field matters the most.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, if that was the case, he wouldn't be on the field.
Exactly. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Because that's the next point that brings you to what's wrong with this team. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And I brought this up before, when the plays that we pulled up, when we were looking at the Stevenson play, those players are paralyzed not because they don't know what to do.
Right.
They're paralyzed because of how they're being coached.
Mm-hmm.
The culture of this team is do what we tell you to do. If you just do what we tell you to do, you're going to have success.
Mm-hmm.
Don't color outside the line. Don't color outside the lines. Don't improvise. Don't do any of the stuff that your mind tells you to do. Only do what we tell you to do. Right? There's so much disempowerment to these players right now. And I guarantee if we were able to have any player on this team come and interview with us in some anonymous way,
mm-hmm.
like if we were to just put them in the corner and black the whole thing out and put a voice changer on them and then hear what they have to say, it would get pretty real up in this joint.
You want to know what's funny about this, though?
What's that?
As much as we back on Levi Wallace, he was a starting cornerback for a national championship team.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah.
You want to know what his senior year stats were?
What's that?
He had 50 tackles. He had 5 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 2 sacks, 15 pass defenses.
He had PBUs? We ain't got no PBUs right now.
But the reason why I looked that up because you said we're making them think. So in my mind, when you said, I'm like, if he went to Nick Saban at Alabama and walked on and started, he can't suck.
He can't
suck. Now in the league,
Saban ain't playing them games.
He's not. We've seen footage. Now, of course, we've seen him in the league. Yeah, but the damage is done. I'm not saying he would have been good.
Yep.
But he was an NFL caliber cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get in certain systems and they screw you, it's over with.
That's right.
It's over with.
Yep.
You got the culture.
Yep.
So when you said they're thinking, you don't get PBUs by thinking. You get them by reacting. You don't get force fumbles by thinking. You get them by reacting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching college football at the yin yang while I'm. No, I'm not at work. I'm watching college football and I'm seeing all sorts of just reactionary fumbles forced. I'm seeing guys reaching out, slapping the wrist, just things they're not thinking about doing. Interceptions from nowhere because they react.
Yep.
But this defense isn't a reactionary defense. This defense isn't a set the tone defense. This defense is, let's just keep doing, stay the course. We not gonna get beat bad. We're gonna get beat, but not bad.
Right.
Evident by Greg Rousseau, Joey Bosa. What happened to Bosa? Everybody, I thought after the first 2 weeks he was an all-pro. Remember that? Couldn't do no wrong. I told you, Keith. I heard it. Told you, Keith. He a beast. Where he at? He ain't had a forced fumble, a sack, in how long? But meanwhile, the guy we're still paying not to be on this team, who's playing a third of a game, has 5 sacks. And was it in the Discord? Did Dorothy post that? The graphic, or it was yesterday, but they posted what we said about Von Miller being 5, and they had all the rest of our.
No, that was Buffalo Fanatics that posted it. The Von Miller thing. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
They posted that. They posted that yesterday.
So Rico, I know you saw the show then.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, there's no way that was such a nuanced detail that came out during our show.
Yeah.
There's no way that they just randomly just
right. Just today is today. No.
Right.
You're welcome, Rico.
Right.
But I mean, it's like What do we? How do you market this team to other people? How do you market? Because somebody said in our Discord, they said, I agree with your recipe analogy, except they don't want to be in Buffalo. Who said that? I ain't never heard nobody. Hopkins wanted to be here.
Yep.
Go down the list, but the reason that they're not here is because of money. So okay, we get it.
Thank you.
But they very well would have been here had all things been equal.
Yep. All right, let's get back to this game, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, no, it's not your fault. I think I'm the one that took us off. But so the Panthers passing, they drafted a receiver in the first round this year, and this guy's already got the most targets on the team by more than 20. McMillan. McMillan's got 53 targets. The next guy in line after that, Xavier Legette with 31.
Oh man, they're really forcing Coleman the ball.
Exactly. They're really forcing it to him.
Sticking it to him right here.
The next guy after Coleman's got how many targets?
34.
They're the same amount of targets, guys. Well, come on. They're forcing it to him. Well, they must be forcing it to the other guy. Who's the other receiver they're forcing it to? You cannot force the ball to Shakir so much, guys.
That's Palmer.
You're doing too much. That's why the Bills are losing. You're forcing the ball to just two receivers. Yep. Oh my God.
After that, Palmer. Wow.
What are you doing? You cannot if you're throwing the ball to the receiver, you're asking to lose.
You are. That's gotta be.
You should not be trying to get the ball to receivers. Tight ends and running backs only.
It. Only because James Cook only gets you 15 yards a game. That's why.
That's right.
We're safe there.
That's how you win. That is the William and Mary way. You do not throw the ball to receivers ever. And if you're gonna do it, you make sure that you get it to them equally, and you get it to them less than everybody else.
You got to do a fraction of permutations ahead while they're throwing the ball.
That's right. All right, I'll throw the ball to the receivers 20 times. But everybody's gonna have 20. Nobody's gonna have more than the other, and we're not gonna play this game of letting a guy become a star.
No, we're getting blamed now. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that. Could you imagine? Josh in the huddle. All right, guys. The quota was 20 passes. We were at 19. Who wants the last one? Who wants that last one? We only got one more. All right.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine what they'd have to wager in that huddle? Josh Allen, I suck your dick.
He's like, yo, sir, I got you the better Christmas present. I got you the better this. And then this is the kick. Gosh. This is the kick right here, David. You can't. Khalil got the last one in the last game. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Josh like, okay, I'm hearing that. You're not wrong. What you got, Josh?
That's how they end up with delayed games. That's why they can't get the protection set.
Best hit 2 out of 3.
Oh, shoot, hurry up. We got 9 seconds. Let's go. Dang it.
Like, is that on me? That's on me, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the ball. Right. I get it. I'm not getting the ball.
I had rock. That's my bad.
Elijah guys like, go sit down over there. You're not even involved. And they're like, Josh is watching right now. How did they know? I don't know.
For real. So
we've lost like 17 subscribers off that right there.
Oh my gosh. All right. So here's the one thing I wanted to get to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So they drafted Ted McMillan this year. They also drafted Jalen Coker this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ted McMillan, his average depth of target this year is 11.2. They're getting the ball to him down the field. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jalen Coker played in one game. He had 2 targets. Guess what his average depth of target was?
Like 30.
16.5.
Okay. Yeah. They're passing it down there.
They're going to throw the ball down the field.
Mm-hmm.
And that means Jalen Coker can get down the field.
Oh, yeah, he definitely can. He definitely can. Only cross, yeah, he definitely can.
Right. So what this looks like is Tet is their number 1, Legette is their number 2, and Coker is their X factor, the guy that can take the top off the defense, force the safeties to stay back.
Yep, makes sense.
If he's on the field, and they threaten just once a deep pass to Coker. Let's just say it's an air ball, it gets overthrown, and you know, nobody does anything with it, right? The threat of that, now you can't stack the box,
Right?
which means you're pretty much guaranteed to go right back to what we said was the average run yardage that you were going to give up to Rico Dowdle and Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard. So if you can't stack the box and reduce that 5.6 yards before and after contact, you in trouble. You in trouble.
Big back trouble.
big
back trouble.
So let's transition, because it doesn't have to be, you know, fear the Panthers. You do have to respect them, especially because of what the Bills have shown, you know, in their capabilities of, you know, stopping teams this year. But based on what you've seen so far, how can the Bills go out and win this game?
The only thing I can think of right now is Josh Allen has to play with the flow of the game.
Okay.
You know, you have to. He's got to trust what he sees. In the NFL, they always say open is not open. You got to throw guys open. So, like I said with Keon Coleman, everything was on the numbers, which it looked nice, but against good defense and good in most situations, it's not good enough. You got to put it out there in front and let them go get it. And a lot of times, you know, you put it up top, and you got to get James Cook involved in the passing game, because you got to give him another option for the defense to worry about.
What did you think? I'm sorry, real quick, because I heard this earlier today, and I thought about you immediately. Somebody was on the radio talking about, and this might have been a clip that I heard today that was from yesterday, but there was a guest on the radio with Jeremy and Joe, and he was talking about how it's unfair it would be unfair to put Cook on the field on third downs because he'd have to block, right? But my thought process immediately when I heard that was, why does he have to block?
That makes no sense.
Why can't he just run a route?
That's what I've been saying. I mean, if you really want to do it, put 22 out there.
Yeah,
you can do, because that's the thing. People don't think about the alternatives. They don't think about what can be. They think about what's done, and what's done is nothing. You know, this offense has done nothing. And I started the show with it. The offense has done nothing innovative. They've done nothing that fits a philosophy. Nothing that's more. It's rigid. Yeah, it's too tight structured. You got James Cook, who should never come off the field unless he's tired, ever. I mean, when he comes off the field, the defense is like, ha, yes, Ty Johnson and this guy. Who is this, 22? Whatever. You know, and no, it's not unfair for James Cook to block, because James Cook, he showed you this year, he will block.
Right. And
we've seen Kyron Williams. How many times have you seen Kyron Williams take a block hit on? You don't. He chips him and goes out for a pass. That's what a running back does. Why do you need your running back to be a left guard?
Right.
What are we doing here? You tip them back into the lane they're supposed to be in, so the guy can recover and you go on about your business. Now, the problem with this offense is when James Cook does that, he never gets the ball because Josh don't look for him. Yeah. You know, you don't see him. This is one of those deals where we're talking about the chaos thing, where the mesh route, the read and sit down. James Cook is a read and sit down, and he's always right in front of Josh's face. Nobody's on him, and Josh's like, "Nah, I'm out of here." So that's what's unfair to James.
Yeah,
he should be average. He should be averaging 4 or 5 targets a game. Oh, that's too many. It's too many. We diminished it to 15 for the rest of the guys to eat. But right. You know, no, this is not unfair to ask him, because it's part of what he's supposed to do. It's not to define him being on the field, but it's part of the running back function. What running backs are not allowed to block on first and second down?
No,
evidently.
Why would you think
that was ever?
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Shame on you.
Right.
So let's talk about the some of the weaknesses of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the third down conversion rate for opponents against the Panthers is just under 40% at 39.8. However, when you get to fourth down, they're giving up 63.6% conversion rate. Their red zone percentage, they're giving up a touchdown just over half the time at 57.1%. So I think the name of the game is going to be, you know, get chunk plays. Don't try to matriculate the ball down the field. Don't feed into and I got to pull up the you know what I need to find. Can you pull up the total defensive numbers for the Panthers? Because I every time I try to pull it up, I keep getting like the individual players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got scoring summaries and all that kind of stuff. I can't get to like total defensive numbers. But this is a defense that has been good against the run. Again, like I said, they were the number 2 defense last year, and the additions to not just the defensive line, but to the linebacker room for this team, they are going to be able to play well against the run. So the third down conversion rate, I don't even want to play around with that. It's 40%. If you try to play the percentages, that means you're going to lose more times than you win. What you want to do is go for the chunk plays. If you end up with a 4th and 1, guess what? You win that a couple of more times than you lose, right? Based off the percentages that that exist here, 63.6%. So you're going to win more times than you lose going forward on 4th. Don't bother with third down. But again, this is going to have to be done through the air.
Right. Yeah, they're averaging giving up 92.6 yards a game on the ground. They're averaging giving up 203 yards of offense in the air. So they average 1.5 touchdowns against in the air and about 3/4 of a touchdown in the ground.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to win with the pass.
And
the crazy part is that kid Horn, JC Horn, he's nice. So whoever he's covering, it's gonna be like it was in that Falcons game. Whoever he's covering, you can't look his way. I just would not do it unless you're going to scheme some things open in trips, formations, and stacks and things like that to get him so far off of coverage that he can't recover in time.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Right. I mean, those are the things that we saw in Dayball's offense, but we don't do that under Sean McDermott.
No, we don't do that.
Notice I said under Sean McDermott.
Under Sean McDermott.
It's a much different story when Dayball was coaching offense than it is anybody else that's been after him. It's all been what Sean wants to see on the field. So
it really is.
But yeah, I mean, so I think that's how the Bills have to win this game. They have to win with the pass, and it's going to have to be, Josh Allen putting on the show. And that is so much pressure on Josh to have to go out and do it again for a third week in a row when the team is not going to allow Cook to go off on him. And the Bills aren't going to allow Cook to go off either.
No,
it literally has to happen on the back of one 80-yard run like in the Jets game for Cook to put up the kind of numbers that he's capable of doing.
Yep. So what's your score prediction?
I am going to go. Oh God. I don't even know if this is going to be a win, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I'm not terrified, but I am worried that this is more likely going to be a loss. But I'm going to hope for a win. I'm going to say the Bills win this game 21-20.
Okay. I was going to say 24-21. It ain't going to be no 30-point game. I'm not. If it is, I'll be happy, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, if the Panthers can run the ball the way that they've been running the ball, especially especially the way they ran the ball against the Cowboys, I'm sorry, you're not giving up that many rush yards and beating that team like that. Like, that's not going to be a team that you can come from behind and just their defense is too good. Yeah. It's too good. And Andy Dalton knows how to keep an offense consistent. So you've got consistent quarterback play versus a team that has not shown a consistency in stopping passing offenses or stopping rushing offenses. It really can't stop either one right now.
Yeah, I mean this defense we're going up against, they don't blitz at all. They really don't have a lot of sacks, so most of it comes against in the back seven. So, yeah, this is a game where Josh has to take the short and hope it goes long.
Yeah,
you know, he's got dink and dunk. He really does have to dink and dunk because, like you said, J.C. Horn and whoever else they got back there it's a recipe for disaster if you test them too much. But I do know there is a recipe that's not a disaster.
What's that?
Reese T.
Oh no, ain't no way. That is the best thing in life.
Hidden for something. Why? Because it's one part refreshing, one part delicious, two parts healthy. That's what you can expect when there's only 4 ingredients. I don't know. I don't even drink tea, but what can I tell you? That's a good drink there. What are you doing? Head over to Reese Tea. Get yourself a supply of the case or individual. Why would you do that? Go get yourself a case. You won't be disappointed. But what do I know? See for yourself. Reese Tea. Click the link in the description below. Let them know the PPP sent you.
All right. Let's get that music going so we can jump out the window. Let it breathe. All right, if you're hearing that music, that means we got to jump out the window. So sorry that we could not bring this episode to you live, but hopefully we did enough to make it still feel like home. So, if you could, please, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, hit that bell, make that thing
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
so that you can get notifications when we send notifications. Like, we should be back live on Monday for post game. We should be back Monday, but you gotta have the bell on to be notified. If we're not, I will know by Sunday whether or not that is going to work out that way. So make sure you are locked in. With those notifications. That's pretty much all I got. I mean, I'll keep you guys posted as we go forward. Anything you need to know about us is in the description of this video. You can go right down in there and all of our links, our merch page, our associations. Hi Mike High Tech is our IT guy. Whenever we have IT issues, that's who we call. You can go to himikehightek.com and check out my man Rich for any of your IT needs, whatever it may be. If you want a TV installation, if you want a computer built, if you want repairs done, the man covers it all. So make sure you check him out too. Other than that, this has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I have been your co-host, Aramis.
40 keys. Perfect.
I muted and everything, trying to hurry up and get the sneeze out privately, but Daniel doesn't think there's such thing as privacy. So I know. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys on Monday. Peace.